I'm Colleen and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm really excited about this new adventure, but I thought I would start with a little bit about me and why I decided to create this channel. So I set it up in an interview style and I hope that's entertaining for you. But a little bit of the basics. So my name is Colleen. I'm 59 years old. I live in Canada. I work full-time. I have 2 grown children and I have a grandchild. He's 5 years old, and so I am a nana, and I love being a nana. And I have a small dog. I'm kind of a cliche, I guess you'd say, 59 years old, divorced with a small dog, but I love my life, and I've worked really hard to get to this place and to be fulfilled in these 50 plus years, and to look for joy in everything that I do. And I'm so happy to be here and embarking on this new adventure. So I think the question about why did I want to start a YouTube channel, it's really interesting now. I find that a lot of people my age are finding new things to embrace and learn about and engage in. And I think at this time I went on YouTube originally to stream opera and symphony. And that was the reason I did it. And then when we were all in lockdown, I decided that if I'm going to be in a mask all day, I want everybody to notice my eyes. So I went and I started Googling videos on eyeshadow makeup how-tos, and particularly for mature eyes. So I kind of went down the rabbit hole of that, as we all do, but I really enjoyed it, and that was about a year ago. And gradually I started looking for more and more content and learning more and more, and I decided it might be a fun idea to do a YouTube channel where I take you along on my learning journey. So for example, there's a lot of products that are out now that weren't out when I was younger, and I'm sure there's a lot of women my age who are discovering all these new things, and how do you use them, and do you really need them, and why should we have them, and which is the best one. And so I really think there's a lot of opportunity for learning there, and I want to take people on that journey with me. So I decided that it might be a good idea to start off with budget-friendly products to begin with, things that I could pick up easily at the drugstore and try them out. And then I was watching a couple of YouTubers, beauty YouTubers that are my favorites, Ali Glines and Michelle Wong, and a special shout out to Mel C, who's Canadian as well, and kind of gave me the courage to embark on this. She was a great inspiration for me as I watched her channel. But anyway, I saw how they said you start off with some drugstore things, and then decide what you might need that is a must-have and that you might invest in. And Michelle Wong recently did a video where she was asked what is the most important thing that you would probably buy in luxury makeup. What is the one thing that you would recommend to everybody that they invest in? And she said foundation. And through the course of my, last year of going through this process, I would have to agree with her. The number one thing I want to buy and invest in first is move from the drugstore brands of foundation that I've been trying, and probably invest in some Chanel. Now, having said that, when I was younger, I loved Chanel. I loved Dior. The old brands of Estee Lauder and all those things. When I was young and single, I used them. But when I became a mother and didn't have the time and had other priorities, I fell away from using all of that. So, but I love them. I mean, I think there's nothing more iconic than somebody opening a Chanel pressed powder and applying a Chanel red lipstick. I mean, it's just an image that sticks with me. So, and I've always loved reading Vogue and the September issue. It's like a rite of passage every year. So those kind of things kind of inspired me. And I recently, well, not so recently now, about 2 years ago, I lost about 50 pounds and change of lifestyle and doing new things. So I embraced fashion as well. So also on this channel, I'm going to feature some fashion as well, and same principle. Learn along with me, and find the pieces that are classics that I want to invest in, and then slowly start investing in them. But I want to feel that everybody can look smart, look tailored, look fresh, look as trendy as you want to, at an affordable price tag, and then see what you want to invest in for the long term. If you do, maybe you want to just stay trendy all your life. So that's a long answer, but that's why I came to this place where I wanted to start a YouTube channel. And so the question of what topics will you cover, I kind of said it in the previous answer, but yes, I want to focus on mature makeup for those of us who are 50 plus, and also some skincare. I have some issues that I'm hoping we see it as I go along on this journey. I buy some different products, and we'll see if they work or not. We'll see if I have an improvement in a year, and you'll see what the journey looks like, and what might work and what might not, and how it applies, and all those different things. So I want to share those kind of things. And as well, I'm going to do some fashion, as I mentioned before. I really like another YouTuber who's a fashion YouTuber who's in the UK, based out of the UK. Her channel's name is Model Mouth, but her name is Charlotte, and she's just lovely. And I saw her, and her style, it's very interesting because her style is very similar to what I wear, but she also has her mom come along on her videos, and her mom is closer to my age. And so I get to see how she takes the same kind of principles that she applies as a younger woman and puts them on her mother. And I think that's just, great. I really enjoy watching her. It's Model Mouth if you want to check it out. They're just a lovely mother-daughter team. So I think that, nowadays it's fashion has become very all-inclusive. So there's lots of choice out there. We're less about rules than we used to be. I have no problem wearing white after Labor Day. And if I feel like wearing a mini skirt at my age, heaven forbid, I will do so. And I think that's true with all of the items that are in beauty and fashion right now. The designers are embracing a more inclusive model, and that's exciting. We're seeing women with gray hair go down the runway. That's fabulous. And women with a few extra pounds here and there. And then I think it's all terrific. So I'm excited about that. I think you don't have to spend a fortune on fashion to look great. But you can invest in pieces that you will have forever. So I'm excited to share that journey as well. So mainly makeup, beauty, fashion, skincare, all those things. And if you have any suggestions of what you'd like to see, I'm happy to listen to them. And I'm hoping a lot of people will subscribe and like my videos and share their comments with me. And mostly I want this to be a channel of engagement. Let's learn, let's share. I am so excited about an international concept, and when I travel investigating beauty and fashion in other countries, that's another love I have. So I look forward to all of that and sharing it with you. Goals for my channel. Yeah, so I do have goals. Not so much about the numbers, although numbers are important because you have to grow and learn and share. But I really want to be reflective of who I am as a person, and the values that I have, and the joy I seek in everything I do. And I want it to be very, as I said before, collaborative. So people feel free to comment, and nice comments. Be constructive. Don't be disparaging or difficult, because those I won't respond to. But I'm happy for people to help me out. And, you know, if you know a trick or a product or something that you think would be great for me to try, I'd love to see that. So please like and subscribe. And I want to introduce the first video that I'm going to share with you now. I decided to start with a product that I was loving in a different color. So it's the Essence eyeshadow palettes, and I had previously purchased 2 of them, and I decided to go out and purchase 2 more, Dancing Green and I Like to Mauve It. So this first video that I'm going to share with you, this first mature makeup look, if you like, is of the Dancing Green palette by Essence. And again, you know, if you have comment on it, or if you want to share something with me, or if you watch me do it and you'd like to suggest maybe different ways, or, you know, better tools or anything like that, I'm happy to read your comments and reply to them, and embrace what you have to teach me. So I am happy to introduce the next part of my video, which is going to be the makeup demonstration part. And I'm going to start off with giving you a little tour around my face, barefaced, so you can see what we're dealing with to start. So stay tuned, like and subscribe. Thanks. So here I am barefaced. I've done my morning cleansing routine, and I thought I'd just show you what I'm starting with when I do all these makeup demonstrations. So I'll take my glasses off. So you can see that I have quite a few lines in here, and kind of poochy. There's a little bit of pigmentation on my little pooches here. I think that's from the sun, maybe a little bit up here too. Quite deep marionette lines, and there's this little bump that I've had here. I'm not even sure what it is. I've had it for quite a while. My eyebrows are thinning, and like most women, you know, as we age, we start to lose our little tails. So we need to enhance. I find that really makes a big difference, enhancing your eyebrows. And I have some crepey on my skin, or on my neck, sorry, that, you know, I haven't really started addressing yet. So that'll be part of the process that we go on. And yeah, so I have put my hair back, and I will wear my hair back when I do most of my demonstrations. And I just wanted to show you what the canvas looks like to begin with. So here are the swatches you can see on my arm. The deepest shade, furthest away from my wrist, is the deep green. It's a matte shade. It's beautiful forest green. And then next to it's kind of a coffee colored latte color, I would say. Also a matte. And then in the middle there's the green. It's the most glittery of the bunch. I think definitely has the most fallout when I was swatching it. And then we have, let me see if I can get a bit here. You can see it's kind of a goldy shade, shimmer shade, and then a kind of a pewter. And right next to my wrist, you can't even see it because it matches my skin tone, is the beige shimmer. But it literally matches my skin. So I don't know if you can, it's a bit of a shadow so you can't see. But these are the colors we're playing with in the Dancing Green palette. And let's get started and put them on. So I'm going to start now, and I'm going to use the lightest shade, which is this one right here. It's kind of a champagne, very light shade. As I showed you in the swatches, it pretty much matches my skin tone. So we'll see. You might not be able to see it much. And then I'm going to go over here and use this shade, this kind of nice gold shade on the lid on this part here. And then in the very corner, to make a deep corner, I'm going to use this beautiful forest green. So that's the plan. Let's see how it turns out. And I think it'll be pretty, but we might add a bit along the way. So here we go. For the lightest shade, I'm using my all over brush. I think I forgot to mention the transitions, which of course we have to do. So I will show you when I get to the transition. But this one I'm going to put all over, so we want to tap it off. And I'm going to use the palette mirror. So forgive me because I need a mirror. So there we go. We'll just put it all over. And then on the other eye, you always need to tap it off. If you hear background noise, that's my dog. Not sure what she's doing. So that's all over. Just make sure we got it up here. So that's all over with the lightest shade. And now I'm going to move to a transition shade. I'm not sure if I showed you which one I was going to use for transition. So I'm going to use this kind of latte color right here, latte, as the transition. It might be a little dark, but I think it'll be okay. Let's give it a shot. You want to keep your eyes open while you do this. Back and forth, back and forth. This is actually quite a large transition shade brush. So I'm going to look for a smaller one. I found that this one just is kind of a little bit big for my small eyes, but I'm making do with it for now. As I mentioned in my intro, I'm starting out, and so when I find what I really need, what products and tools I really need, then I'll go back and invest in those. But it's a journey, and you're coming with me, so that's great. So that is the transition shade. So it is a little dark, but I think it'll work out in the end. And I want to let you know that this is going to look like a hot mess before we get in and blend it and, you know, fix it up in the end. So don't be alarmed. It'll be fine in the end. Trust me. So now I'm going to take the deepest shade, which is the forest green I pointed out before, which is, oh, sorry, this one right here. So I'm going to just tap that into the corners. I have a little tappy brush here. He's nice and small. I like him. So I'm going to use him in the corners. So here we go. Oh, sorry. Too much mirror, not enough me. There, if you can see, I'm just tapping in the very corners, and I'm trying to keep my eye open as I do this so I can see what it's going to look like. My eyes are actually open. Then I have to do this, this side. And then I try and make sure it's kind of even. What do you think? Do I look even? Don't forget, as I said before, I gotta blend, 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 blend. So I will be doing that. So not to worry yet. So next I'm going to take the really pretty shimmery shade and put it in the middle and kind of on my inner eye here. I like to do that with the shimmer shades. I think they really highlight and keep everything focused on up, which I have learned from the other beauty gurus is really important, that, you know, everything needs to focus on going up when we get older. So I really like this it was new to me, this idea of putting the shimmer on your eyes right in the middle, and then sometimes all the way to the corner. And today I'm doing all the way to the corner. And you use your fingers for these ones, so you work best that way. So I just do it and then have a look. Do it again. So, what do you think? Getting there? I think it's pretty good so far. I think what I'm going to do is I would like to take another shade for underneath the eye. So I'm going to do that. So for under the eye, I'm going to use this brush, which is a very thin, thin angled brush, you can see. Now this, I know, is for your eyebrows. It's actually an eyebrow brush for, you know, taking the cream eyebrow filler and putting it in. And you can tell that because it's got a little spoolie on the other end. But I like it for this use because it's so thin. See how thin it is? I can get right underneath my lower lashes and stamp on some color. And I find I have way more control that way. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take this, I'm going to take this shimmery green shade here, this one here, right here, and put it under my eyes. So let's give that a shot. This is more of kind of a pressing motion, kind of a press, both into the palette and under the eyes. So, and don't be afraid, like, you know, when you're doing this, if you make a mistake, you can always correct it. It's not a big deal. So I just go under very lightly with this, and then try and, you might call it a wing. I don't call it a wing. I just call it a little, because I don't intentionally wing it out, but I just make a little line. And that seems to do me for now. I've been trying to do wings, but I honestly don't think they suit hooded older eyes. You can see that my eyes are so hooded here. I feel like a wing is kind of lost because there's too much fold. So leave it to the younger ladies. Maybe, I don't know. I'll keep trying and we'll see. But so far I haven't really done a wing that I really liked. But I'll let you know if I perfect it. So here we go with the other. Oh, did you see that big piece just fell down? This side is always tougher for me. So you could see that piece fell on my cheek. I don't know if you could see that or not. I'm going to brush it off. So I've got the green under both eyes. Now, as I said to you before, it's not perfect. I'm going to have to go in and fix it up. And the first thing I'm going to do is take my original brush that I use for the transition. Not putting any more color on it. I'm just blending now. So I'll get my mirror out. And this is where I go back and forth. And I try and move that darker color in. I don't want it going out. I want it going in. And then I try and blend it all. Make sure it's kind of even. And now you can see it's a little bit more even. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in and take my concealer, fix my eyebrows, get the mess off underneath here, and put some color on my cheeks and on my lips, and I'll fix my hair, and I'll come back and I'll show you the finished product. But that I basically have it on now. So, and I think it's pretty even. And it'll make a big difference. You'll see when I put eyeliner and mascara on that, I mean, you have to have that. Like, this just looks incomplete. So stay tuned. I will be right back with the finished product. So here's my finished look. As you can see, I've added some eyeliner and some mascara, and the lips are also from Essence, and a little bit of blush from Milani. I will list everything that I put on my face today in the description box, of course, and links to where you can buy it. But I just really wanted to highlight the Dancing Green palette from Essence today. I know that it went viral, and I can see why. I mean, it's a lot of fun. The colors, the green colors are beautiful and very seductive colors, I want to say. And I think they go great with my satin olive green shirt. So I'm very pleased with how the look turned out. I will give you one piece of advice. They do have a bit of fallout. So you might want to do your eye makeup first and then put on your foundation and everything afterwards, because there was quite a bit of green, especially the one I put under my eyes here was on my cheeks. So I had to brush that away and take a little bit of eye makeup remover and, you know, touch things up a little bit. So, but not a big deal. Easy enough to correct, and lay down, you know, a little bit of concealer before you go out the door, and you should be fine. So here's the palette once again. Just wanted to show that to you again. And I recommend it. I think it's great, especially for the price. And if you're just starting off, you know, and you want to play with some new eye colors, and, you know, you have some fun with this palette for sure. For sure you will. So I bought mine at Shoppers Drug Mart. I might have said that already. It's a drugstore here in Canada, but these are available everywhere. And they might be sold out in your location, but I'm going to put a link online, and hopefully you can find it there if you really want them. So that's my review of Dancing Green from Essence, and I'm going to do another review of the Mauve It palette. I like to Mauve It from Essence. It's a purpley plummy combination, so I'm looking forward to that as well. So this is my little dog Bonnie. She's going to help me say goodbye. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, my first one, and I really enjoyed the product that I chose to do for my first video, the Dancing Green palette from Essence. And if you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe, and look for the other videos that I've posted. And until we meet again here on my YouTube channel, goodbye, have a great day. Bonnie, say bye-bye. 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 Okay, bye-bye now.